With just a few months until the presidential election, a number of super PACs are starting to ramp up political ads.
The one group of folks who are accusing the president is Republicans who hate Trump very much and aren't shy about it. They are the rebel alliance of Republicans fighting against the dark side, aka Donald Trump's re-election. They just didn't stand by and watch while the president was destroying the country. They actually wanted to do something about it. They gathered themselves too. Lincoln Project. Every week they were putting together these lickin' hilarious video campaigns and hit Trump like the one we just showed you a second ago. It's like watching a roast, but so much better than any late night shows.
Among the most abnormal is that a group of lifelong Republicans, political strategists for Republican candidates for the last 30 years, have banded together to mount a rogue offensive aimed at defeating the sitting president of their own party. They call themselves the Lincoln Project, named for the party of Lincoln, which they allege has gone so dangerously astray under President Donald Trump that they've decided to take the strategic and ad-making firepower they've trained for years on Democrats and turn it against their own.
What the hell kind of misfits are these guys on a crusade to roast Trump alive like a Thanksgiving turkey, using weird videos and all sorts of media shenanigans to make even a considerate person dislike him? Come on, Trump's been the subject of all kinds of dirty jokes and TV pranks for a long time. People are wondering, and some even scratch their heads, if it's really possible to make Trump suffer in the upcoming elections. The Lincoln Project squad, however, all their life, they never betrayed their mathematics, and they say they've got a 50-50 chance of getting Trump off politics and making sure no more Republicans vote for him. I mean, according to our number crunchers. And in simpler terms, if only 1 out of 25 Republicans who see our ads vote for Joe Biden, or vote for a third party, or doesn't vote at all, Trump's chances are as slim as a toothpick.
Who are you aiming for? What kind of a voter?
So those independent-leaning men, those college-educated Republicans, the suburban Republican women, we understand where these voters are, we understand who they are and how they think. And Leslie, it's a game of small numbers. I mean, Donald Trump won this election by 77,000.
Even though they tried to keep things politically neutral and claim they have no other agenda than good, they have gone where no Republicans have gone before. They're backing a Democrat. Yep, you heard that right. The Lincoln Project is all in for Joe Biden, and since they're never going to be on the same page, politically slit again. For previous election and the current one, it's something the political landscape may never witness again. Why? Because their ultimate goal is to smash Trumpism once and for all. They don't want any presidential candidate from any party to think they can campaign and speak this way and get elected. That is precisely why they are behind Joe Biden. They don't want to convince you that Biden's going to be a conservative president, but they think he's a decent man who aims America and not himself first. Thus, he is a way better qualified for presidential office than Donald.
How painful is it for you to turn against the Republican Party? Do you ever sit around and talk about you're repudiating your life in a way?
Yeah, of course we do. I mean, we're busy, but there are moments of melancholy about it. No doubt.
So when Trump caught wind of the fact that the Lincoln Project, thanks to his chest-thumping campaign and everything they're saying about him, he completely lost it first, in typical Trump fashion. He's unleashed a barrage of hate upon that on social media. Now, if that's all he was doing, we get it. And I mean, hating everything and everyone in silly internet posts is what he does. Trump also started a phase of his fury in public, too. Suddenly, he wasn't just the guy on a social platform ranting. Suddenly, he was the guy ranting everywhere. And he just could not help himself from lashing out. It was like watching a tablet throw a toddler and talk story about this Lincoln Project.
No, I saw it. It's a group of major losers. They're Republican losers, and they should call it the Losers Project. Okay, thanks.
His abject desperation to discredit the Lincoln Project completely hit peak levels of mania. His use of autism to put words in his mouth didn't end there. But in recent days, in a classic Trump style, he cooked up a scheme that could only convince a kindergartner twice Trump recently tweeted that the Lincoln Project was using AI, or artificial intelligence, to twist his words and make him look like an ass. One of the tricks he said he was not at fault. I mean, according to what Trump described, he sounds like a walking disaster. The ace is at fault for putting words in his mouth that he never actually said. However, the Lincoln Project does not utilize AI spoofing to humiliate Trump. They play back Trump's own words, and the truth takes care of itself. In one epic truth social post, this is how Trump phrased it. He advertisers such as the perverts and losers at the former failed and disbanded Lincoln Project and making fake results videos of my television usage, artificial intelligence in order to deliberately make me look as bad and pathetic as possible than Kirk Joe Biden. It's a difficult thing. There's no need to beat around the bushes. Trump's already a showman when it comes to looking like a fool. They don't need any fancy AI tricks to make him look bad. He has got them covered all by himself. In the case, their ad title Feeble on YouTube kicks off with that infamous clip of Trump staring at a solar eclipse, a moment that perfectly sums up his, let's say, contentious leadership skills. And, boy, do they have a whole arsenal of other footage reminding us of his not-so-great moments from his time in office. It looks like the folks at the Lincoln Project weren't about to let Trump's accusations slide. They fired back with some serious sass on Twitter. Listen, shambling pantloaf, we didn't need AI to make you look like an impotent, drooling codger in steep cognitive decline project. Lincoln just showed reality, and you can't take it. Stay tuned for more. We know you can't look away. As the old saying goes, the angrier Trump gets, the more the crowd gets a kick out of it. His tantrums are just free entertainment at this point. Trump's taking it to the extreme. He even suggested that Mark Milley should be executed for treason and openly talked about retribution, that is, rallies against his perceived enemies.
The president attacked all of us by name, called us losers, and we raised $2 million in 48 hours.
Showed the country that we are relevant again. He bought us instant credibility. The irony of it all, Trump, the master of creating his own favorable narratives, turns round and accuses others of using AI. Remember when he shared that doctor image of himself kneeling in prayer on Truth Social? I know it's like beating a dead horse, but it's just another example of his hypocrisy. Talk about hit below the belt. Some ads are just downright crazy, for instance. The one where they employed Biden's more of a man than Trump.
Primary, but losing your power, your strength, your manhood. Face it, Donald. You're just projecting when you call Joe Biden old. He's stronger than you, fitter than you, smarter than you, a better man and a better president. Anyone can see it. And when you lay there at night, alone, you know we're...
Nevertheless, thanks to all these manipulations, Trump is ahead of Biden in many national surveys. Perhaps it's due to the increasing radicalism of Trump over the years since his presidency ended. After the end of Biden's presidency, Trump remains ahead of him in 5 out of the 6 swing states that the New York Times considers the most important for the 2024 election. At this stage of the election, they are a reality, and no matter what feelings Trump causes in you, one should not violate it. Despite this, everything can change radically. After all, the proliferated ads of the Lincoln Project remain. Undoubtedly, these publishing companies were able to achieve popularity. According to studies conducted by the Pew Research Center last year, only 22% of Americans receive news from Twitter, among which are mostly young people and democratically oriented people. However, advertising will do more harm than good, because polls have confirmed that voters who saw these commercials are already closely following the progress of the election and have chosen their candidates. In other words, the supporters of this propaganda are predicted to vote for Biden, and those are uncertain. Hence, on this issue, it is only possible to wait and laugh at the published jokes. Do you believe in Lincoln Project ads? Write your opinion below this video. It will be interesting for us. If you like the content, do not forget to put like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and see you soon.